Hi, my name is Aubree Hogan. I actually did a service learning project with a facility back in Tampa. I was able to meet all different types of residents, family members that would come visit, different staff and workers, and just experience the whole environment. They gave me a nice tour. It was just a very awesome experience, and I helped during their craft time, daily activities. I helped with snacks, and I was able to sit down with a female resident, age 75, and the reason I decided to talk with her is because she kind of just connected with me when I was there. She really enjoyed working with me, and we got to talking, and I found out she used to be a nurse, and I informed her I was actually here because I'm going to school to work in the healthcare field. I wanted to become an occupational therapist. I'm from a family of healthcare workers, so we just got to talking, and I figured she'd be the perfect person to talk with about her life. So it was just overall just an instant, like I knew that had to be the one I talked with. And we started talking, and I kind of asked, like, how did she get into nursing? What does nursing mean to her? And she told me at the age of 18, at 18 she got pregnant, had her first child at 19 years old, and realized she needed to find a job to have a steady family, and she decided nursing because she was always just interested in the medical field. Her husband at the time was going to school to become a priest, and she just wasn't sure how that was going to be, so she went to nursing school. She then, 2 years after graduating with a 2-year degree in nursing, she had her second child, and she ended up having one more child about 5 years later, and at that point was just working as a hospital nurse, was learning just more and more, getting more into the field, and decided it was time to go back to school and get her bachelor's in nursing. And right at that point, she actually ended up getting divorced and decided, well, this is really what I need to do to get that extra pay to be able to support my family. Just was not a good marriage and knew she was not going to be getting much support from her husband. So got a little more into that. She ended up going to UCF nursing school, and she said at that point she just realized how much she loved school. She wanted to just work and go to school and take care of her family. And she then informed me while working as a nurse with her 4-year degree, she specialized in the burn unit and just realized that was her calling. She, to this day, is still not sure what it was that really got her into it, but the burn victims, she started working with the State Department. It just all just was meant for her, and to this day she says that was the best opportunity she has ever had. She later on decided, once her children were 30, 40 years old with their differences, she was ready to go back to school again, and she became a nurse practitioner, and that has been probably the biggest accomplishment she has ever received in her life. She was able to complete that at 56 years old, and she worked alongside a doctor for a couple years, and slowly her health started to deteriorate, and she just knew, one, being a healthcare worker, she needed to pay attention to her body, and two, she had done so much, she had achieved that goal that she wanted to, and she knew that was her point, that was what she wanted, and she was able to call herself a nurse practitioner. She did exactly what she wanted from the start, and she just was able to experience everything throughout the nursing field, crazy stories that she was able to tell me about, just different burns she was able to experience working with, different cases with the State Department she worked with, from abuse victims to child neglect, just all different things, and it has just made such an impact on her life, and she was so excited to talk with someone who wanted to go into healthcare because she truly, truly thinks it takes a special person. And when I told her we were doing this project for school, she just thought this was a wonderful idea. I was able to learn so much from her, and it was such an awesome experience.